Welcome to the 5th day of 12 Days of Anime Movies. Today, I'll be analyzing the movie My Neighbor Totoro, one of the first films directed by the legendary Hayao Miyazaki. I've decided to forego the usual long-form review because My Neighbor Totoro can be reviewed really quickly. As for how quickly, My Neighbor Totoro is a story about two young girls, Mei and Satsuke, moving into a new house in a rural village with their dad. Their mom is in the hospital with some sort of disease. Through exploring a forest, they eventually meet the nature spirit Totoro, who protects the forest. A beautifully animated film with themes about childhood innocence, My Neighbor Totoro is a nice, albeit a bit light, film that anyone of any age can enjoy. But I think there's still more we can learn from this movie. Most people think of My Neighbor Totoro as a fun romp with a simple plot to follow. However, there's a bit more to the story than the adventures of the two girls, and it all spins around nature. Nature is a blessing in Totoro. The town in the film is designed to be extremely rural so that the animators can do sweeping shots of the landscape. The Gohaku River flows along the village, adding to the piece. A giant camphor tree towers over a forest. Guarding the natural wonders of the area are the three Totoros, with the biggest Totoro being the most iconic one. Totoro is a peaceful soul, often lazing around during peace. He only wakes up when either he or nature is disrupted. Two times in the movie, one of the girls wakes him up. Although surprised, he always warmly receives them. But there's a third time when Totoro wakes up, and it's when there's heavy rainfall. Perhaps when he wakes up and uses the cat bus, he is making sure the forest doesn't get overdrenched in water. He stays awake that night to plant down seeds to more trees, with the rain providing the chance of growing new life. Like most of nature, Totoro is gentle, yet still capable of mighty feats. However, nature is not always kind. My Neighbor Totoro features a mother who is extremely ill, a topic that's surprisingly dark for a children's movie. Illness is nature's work too, and it can be terrifying. Mei and Satsuki often worry about their mother dying. She's at first only admitted to a hospital due to a cold, but more complications in her condition keep her in the hospital. Why would Studio Ghibli include this plotline in the movie? Director Hayao Miyazaki creates his storylines to educate children, and he doesn't like disrespecting them. Princess Mononoke, for example, is an extremely violent movie, but Miyazaki still designed it with kids in mind. He feels like that to properly learn, children need to see everything. He's willing to show the ugly, as all of nature isn't just a beautiful forest. Despite this ugliness, however, nature is still heavily celebrated. Totoro's there to grow new life, provide new discoveries, but most importantly, he's there to provide comfort. Totoro never magically cures the mother's disease. That isn't something nature often does. But he does give Mei a place to nap and hug Satsuke in her darkest hour. Totoro is nature incarnate. It's weird, yet beautiful. It's gigantic, yet homely. And it's all around us. The wind breezing through, the trees that tower over houses, even the sun that gives us all life. All around us is Totoro. So what's the next film to review? Oh man. Hope I can do this movie justice.